Good morning. Good morning. I'm back here again. Let me type in my good morning on Instagram. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Typing in my good morning on Instagram, and then I'm going to type in my good morning on Facebook. Okay, let's see. Good morning. Almost there. Okay, just posted my good morning on Instagram. Hey Cheryl, good morning. Now let me post my good morning on Facebook right here. Ubon, good morning. How are you? Ladies are up and with me this morning. Good to see you. Good to be seen. Carolyn, good morning. How are you, ladies? Good to see you this morning. I was sitting here reading my notes over lost track of time. I won't lie. Usually I get up and come downstairs sometimes at 6:30. I didn't come down to 7 o'clock this morning. I think I was a little tired. So I was like, okay, you got to go. So lost track of time. Good morning, though. Good to see you. Good to be seen. I am hanging out here. Uh, you have the Power Group on Facebook and One Evolution on Instagram. Someone said Cheryl said she can't hear me. I'm not sure you're on Instagram. Um, Make sure. Oh, never mind. She said, let me make sure my volume is up here. It is. I turned it up. She said, never mind. Okay. So what's going on this morning, ladies? When you come on, say good morning. Let me know you are here. You know, I appreciate you getting up. Ubon Carolyn, Megan is on, and Judy Mitchell is on Facebook. Stephanie is on Facebook, and I have Cheryl and Riacon. I think that it. I'm sure I'm screwing that name up, but she's on Instagram. Hey, how are you? Good to see you, ladies. Thank you so much for getting up and joining me. Happy Sunday. Wow, happy mid-September. This is it. We are going into the end of the third quarter. Time is flying so fast. So I hope you've been achieving whatever it is you want to achieve this summer. Because as we go into the fall, and I think fall officially starts next week, I'm not sure. So again, as you come on, type in good morning. Let me know that you're here. Kara, good to see you this morning. How are you? It is so good to see you, ladies, and I appreciate you getting up and joining me on Sunday mornings. I thank you, and thank you. I have my coffee here. I won't lie, today is going to be one of those quiet days. Um, like I said, I'm a little bit tired. I stayed upstairs until 7 o'clock before I ran down this morning, and normally I'm down here earlier than that preparing myself. So, but I made it. And I feel good and I'm excited and grateful for this platform, grateful for this opportunity, and always grateful to each and every one of you for getting up and joining me on Sunday mornings. And that's why I always like to have you type in your name so I can just give you a shout out just to show my way of appreciating you. But I have my coffee, and you know I don't like to keep you too long, so I am going to get started. And so I won't keep you too long. But I've been talking a lot lately about conscious and unconscious thoughts and thinking about our minds, and how we create, first with thought. That's the first level of creation is thought. Then words, we speak those thoughts, and then the actions are words and actions. So I've been thinking a lot about that, and even just my own personal journey and where I am right now um, on my journey of life. So today I thought what I talk about is freedom, basically, from a position of power. And I was reading from Just Sleep, which I am going to do this morning as well, because I often go back and read my books, Just Sleep and Inspirations for the Soul, because they are inspirational messages, right? And it's funny because although I wrote the books, it all, for some reason, whatever message that I need at the moment, I can always find it in my book. So I was thinking yesterday about the power of the mind, and I was thinking about freedom. So today I am going to start out by reading the message on page 54 from Just Leap, and the title is Freedom. If you have the book, you can read along with me. If not, when I post this video, there's a link. You can order it from Instagram. So freedom. Here we go. Read along with me if you have it. There may come a time when you start believing negative things about yourself. This could be caused by things people have done to harm you. This can include words that have been spoken carelessly about you and caused you pain and negatively impacted your life to the extent you begin to believe what others did to harm you is your fault. Although deep down inside you want to believe it's not your fault, you blame yourself. In your mind, there is no other logical explanation. However, you're tired of the pain and the negativity, and you want to be free. Let the truth be told. Let it set you free. Separate the truth from the lies that you believed. The truth exposes any lie that has held you captive. You can't control what people do or say, how others treated you, their brokenness, the negative, hateful words. None of it was your fault. It was theirs. As scary and as painful as it may seem, when the truth is out, it sets you on a path of healing, setting you free as you go. How others view you does not determine your worth or who you are. You are not responsible for the way they think. Don't dim your light to please them. Face your pain. Uncover any destructive lies you believed about yourself and submit to the process of healing and growth. The more you face your pain, the freer and more mature you become. Speak them out, acknowledge them, and then replace that narrative with truth of the beauty of who you are, so that you may live wholeheartedly. When you no longer have anything to hide, you no longer have anything to hide. You're no longer afraid of your pain, no longer hiding in the shadows. When you accept the truth, you will find that bits of your heart are freer and places that you thought were ruined are healing. When you live openly, you begin to live differently. You will be able to exhale and take your next breath of truth, which is the basis of your entire being. It really does matter that you seek truth over feelings. Step out of the shadow. And I want to spend just a few minutes. Again, I read from Just Leap. The message is titled Freedom on page 54. And I want to spend just a few minutes talking about a position of power. When you're at peace in your mind, that's a position of power. And you have the power to live in a positive and peaceful state of mind, enjoying all aspects of life. Again, when you're at peace in your mind, that's a position of power. And when you think about it, so many of us, you, me, many of us, we may have reasons to be worried, to get worried, to be upset, fearful, and unable sometimes to sleep at night. But just because it's around us doesn't mean we have to let it in. We don't have to allow worry, fear to consume or occupy our minds. So if we're going to focus on how do we get this worry, fear, chaos, I call it, out of our minds, The first thing we have to realize is that there are things that we can control and things that we can't control. And sometimes we get frustrated because we're trying to control things we can't. And we're trying to make things happen on our terms. But we have to realize there's certain things that we can't control, certain things we can't fix, some things that are happening in our lives that's causing us to be frustrated. But it is what it is. We can't change it. So if you think about it and you practice letting go of the things that you can't control, you can eliminate some of that fear, worrying, and frustration and be at peace. And when you're at peace, that's a position of power. And sometimes, again, we try to force things to happen. Like, if we're sick, we can't force ourselves to get well. We can take better care of ourselves. We can approach it from a positive perspective. And if someone's not treating us right, we can't make them treat us right. We can choose not to be around them. Or if we have to, we can choose the amount of time we spend around them. And if we're waiting and worried about something to happen, a door to open, an opportunity to come, we can continue to do the work that we're doing, but we can't force it. We can't force it. Again, if we focus on what's in our control, we can practice and get to that place and space where we have peace of mind. But in order to do that, and I've talked about this before, we have to have faith, hope, stay positive, and keep our mind focused from a positive perspective. And be grateful for what we have. And be grateful for what we can control. And here's the thing, and my mom used to say that, may she rest in peace. I remember I would go to her disappointed sometimes about something that I wanted to happen and didn't happen. And she would always say, well, maybe God didn't mean for it to happen. And I used to say, Mom, why you say that to me? You know, that wasn't the answer that I wanted to hear. But she would say, maybe it wasn't meant to be, Eva. And I used to hate when she said that, but I get it now. I get it. So we must learn to trust that everything will work out for our good, even though it's not what we want. We must trust that everything will work out for our good and manage our negative emotions and focus on keeping our minds in peace. And we must believe that we'll get to wherever we're supposed to be. So when you're at peace in your mind, that's a position of power. So we have to learn how to manage our frustration, our worry, and focus on what we can control and be grateful for what we have. And believe, have hope, faith, and trust the process. Trust that everything will turn out for our good. But we get so caught up, we get frustrated. Then we start to think negative thoughts. So we've been talking a lot about thinking and controlling your thoughts. So think about it this way. A position of power. You know, if you want to have a peaceful mind. Focus on what you can control. Focus on letting go of the frustration, the negative thoughts, and what people are saying or doing. That's their business. It doesn't concern you. What other people, there's a saying, what other people think and about you is none of your business, right? Because we get caught up. What do they think? We get caught up looking for validation from other people. We go on social media. We get caught up because we don't understand why is it happening for them and not for us. But we don't know what that person is going through. So think about when you start to feel a certain way and it doesn't feel good, think about what you're thinking and then focus on having peace of mind. So every day we must be aware and empty out all the negative thoughts in our minds and replace them with positive thoughts so we can program our minds to focus on all the good things in our life. So instead of focusing on what's not working, when am I going to get there? When is this door going to open? Focus on what you have right now and be grateful. And I talked about this a couple of weeks ago about positive emotions, incorporating positive emotions in your life daily. Emotions of power, love and warmth, appreciation, gratitude, faith, hope, confidence, excitement. So as you think about your life today and beyond, or even at this moment, what are some of the positive emotions you're experiencing or expressing in your life daily? Think about that. What are some of the positive emotions you are experiencing in your life daily? Are you being deliberate? And as you think about some of the ones that you're experiencing daily, think about some positive emotions you want to add. Think about that. That'll help you get to the point that you have peace of mind. Remember, a mind that is at peace is a powerful force because you get clarity, you're focused, you don't let all that chaos and garbage in. And even though you may be going through something, you recognize and realize that you can't control it. It is what it is. You stay in faith and hope. That keeps you at peace, right? So we must do our part to stay in faith and keep going and take one day. And sometimes you know this, life can be so hard, or you may be going through something so challenging. You just have to take one moment at a time, you know? And you know I'm a Christian and I believe in God. And some days I have to say, God, just get me through this minute. Sometimes you just have to stop what you're doing and you just have to pray and you just have to sit and you just have to be. And when you do that, just focus on what you can control. You can control how you feel. So when you find yourself just feeling overwhelmed, just sit and breathe. And whatever it is you're holding on to that's causing you to feel that way, let it go. And the more you practice it, the more you find yourself being at peace. And then you get to the point, you start to live at peace or in peace, regardless of what you're going through. So learn to manage your state of mind. Focus on what you love, not what you fear. I think I talked about this recently. Focus on what's already here, what you have, and be grateful. Not what you're trying to get to. Do the work though, but believe you will get there. Believe that you will get there. Don't live with anxiety. waiting. I can't wait to get there. When is this door going to open? And then you start to get discouraged. And then that creates more frustration and anxiety. And before you know it, your mind is just in chaos. So focus on what you have today and be grateful. Know what you want to achieve and do the work to achieve it, and trust the process. Trust that you will be and end up where you're supposed to. And focus on your heart and your inner being, not your head. Focus on what's been placed right here, touching my heart, and in your inner being. And if you're not at peace, if you're losing sleep at night, and we all go through this, and that's why I wanted to talk about it. We all go through this. When you find yourself frustrated, losing sleep, worry, think about for a minute, breathe. What is it that I can control? And that's what you focus on. What is it that I can control? It's a good question to keep at the forefront of your mind. Even when we're sitting in traffic sometimes, we get so frustrated, we get so worked up. We're running late. And that just blows our entire day sometimes. We get stuck in traffic 5 minutes and we get worked up, frustrated. There you go, blows your entire day. But think about, what is it that you can control? If you can't control the situation at the moment, you might as well let it go and just be at peace. And be grateful that you're sitting in traffic and safe. That's one way to look at it. So whatever you're going through, or whatever you may be experiencing, if you are not at peace, think about what you can control. Have faith, hope, and believe. And get in the habit, if you're not already, of experiencing or expressing positive emotions in your life daily. And then think about right now, right at this moment, as I'm speaking, what are some of the positive emotions you want to incorporate going forward? Just think of one. If you want to share it in the chat, share it. But what is one positive emotion? For me, trying to let people that I appreciate, letting them know that I appreciate them. Letting them know that I don't take them for granted. That's one for me. Just trying to let people that I care about, that I appreciate, letting them know, even if it's just a little text, how you doing? Thinking about you today. Hope you had a great week. Letting them know that I appreciate them. Crystal said joy and peace. Yeah, mine is appreciation. Anybody else want to share? Just one that you want to, or one that you express every day. And maybe you're deliberate. Patience, working on this. Cheryl is on Instagram. She said patience. Anybody else? I want to feel centered and peaceful. Riako on Instagram. Anybody else? Because again, we get so caught up. So, you think about it, crystal joy and peace, centered and peaceful, patience. So when you feel yourself getting all worked up, breathe, practice patience, breathe. Practice joy and peace. Helps you get centered. Breathe. Peaceful. Centered. Angela said love. Yeah. Think about it. And for yourself, when you're at peace, you feel so good. When you're at peace, you feel like you can accomplish anything. Ruth said no drama. Peace at home. Stephanie, I want peace of mind. She said, thank you. I needed to hear that. Yeah, that's it. Peace of mind. I don't like to sound preachy, but I'm already told that's my style is preachy. But when you think about it, we only get one shot at this. And we can live our lives frustrated, being filled with drama, worrying about what other people think or doing, staying in other folks' business, because some of us are busybodies. We stay in other folks' business. Or we can just live our lives focusing on having peace of mind and how to be a better version of ourselves. That's it. How to be a better version of ourselves. So that's it. I wanted to share that this morning because, for me, all the things that I talk about, I experience them too. That's how I'm able to talk about them because I'm growing. I'm seeking. There are things that I want to accomplish. And I have those days, and that's why I hit that lakefront. I have those days I want it to happen today, but I'm learning how to manage my own level of expectations, right? I'm learning to focus on the things that I can't control. I'm learning how to let go of the things I can't control. I'm learning how to have peace of mind. Yeah. Angela said peace and love. Yeah. So life is a process of evolution. If we're not learning and growing, then we're stagnant. So I'm learning, and hopefully you're learning and growing with me. And today I thought peace of mind, because that's freedom. That's true freedom. That is real freedom, regardless of what your circumstances or where you are. Peace of mind. No one can get to you when you're at peace in your mind. Because regardless of what they say, you're thinking, you know what? You don't even know me like that. So you just sit there like, no, I'm not going to allow you. There's a song, you're not going to steal my joy. Position of power, freedom. When you're at peace in your mind, that's a position of power. That's you have the power this morning. A couple of things really quickly before I let you go. But thank you for sharing your positive emotions and emotions that you want to add and experience daily. Thank you for sharing that. And because you took the time to think about it, to share it, you've already incorporated it into your experience. So if these are ones that you want to have to express more, but just by you saying it, writing, or thinking it, you've already done it. You will be more aware going forward. So thank you for sharing that with me. I appreciate you. A couple of things really quickly. Workshop this Saturday. If you don't have your ticket, if you're thinking and sitting on the fence, I want to encourage you to come out. It's this Saturday in the South Loop. When I post this link, it will be there. I'm collaborating with Barbara Bates. I'll be facilitating the workshop, but we really wanted to focus on helping women pursue their dreams. So if you have a dream that you've buried and you've been thinking about it, it's a great workshop. Or if you have goals, right? Vision, you need clarity or resources and tools, or you just need confirmation, this is a great workshop. Or if you just want to experience a personal connection with yourself, this is a great workshop. And because Barbara and I wanted to be able to help other women, because we're supporting each other, we're offering it for a price I have never offered this workshop at, for $49. Light lunch would be served. Book is included. The workshop book starts at 9:30 to 2. Or if you don't feel it's right for you, but you know someone else that may benefit, gift it. Gift it. This is about women supporting women. And I can assure you, I will be at my best. It's one thing to listen to me on Sunday mornings, but it's another thing when you're in the room with a group of women, but the men may be at the workshop too, but a group of people who are all seeking something. The energy in the room it's amazing, and I can tell you it can be emotional. So that's that. It's this Saturday. Also, books. If you want to order my books, when I post the link, it will be here. Just Leap, Inspirations for the Soul. Start thinking about Christmas and holidays. They make great gifts, I can assure you. Inspirational messages with thought provoking questions to help the individual focus on the person within. And if you know of other women or men, because we decided we would invite men too, that could benefit from this message and if they want to hear it live on Sunday mornings, you can invite them to join the group. But also, I'm downloading the videos now and posting them on my YouTube page. When I post this video, my YouTube link will be there as well. And finally, if you're getting together with a group of women, if you need or looking for someone to come out and speak or just to, have positive conversations to support each other, please invite me out. I'd love to come out and be a part of your group. So that's You Have the Power. I hope this was helpful this morning, but just think about peace of mind and how powerful that is. Thank you so much for getting up and joining me. I truly appreciate you. Hopefully, I'll see some of you at the workshop. Again, if you can't make it, gift it. If you just want to experience something different, come out, hang out with me. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. So that's it. Love and blessings to you and your family. Have a wonderful Sunday, and I will see you back here next week. Take care. Have a great day.